Hey everyone, today we will review one of the most trending Italian dark crime thriller film of 2022, it is, My Name is Vendetta, directed by Cosimo Gomez. It follows an ex-mafia thug, Santo, who embarks to take revenge on his foes from the past when his wife is pitilessly killed. Let's dive into the plot and enjoy watching. Likes and subscriptions are highly appreciated. Someplace in the northern district of Italy, the caring Romeo family is presented as Santo and his cherished wife Ingrid are seen visiting a school-level ice hockey match in which their little girl Sofia is taking part. While the mother is generally incapable to comprehend the reason why Sofia would be however forceful as she may be on the arena, the little girl is by all accounts more like her dad, who urges her to play hard and fair. Sofia likewise has a boyfriend named Hakim, and Santo is fine with this, as well, as long as the kid never hurts his girl. After the match, because of their success, Sofia is taken out by Santo for an off-road experience in their vehicle, as the young lady has needed to figure out how to drive on such landscape for quite a while. During this outing, Sofia truly wishes to snap a photo of herself with her dad to put up on Instagram, however Santo seriously tells her not to take any photos of him. It has forever been like this with Santo, he could do without or permit any of his relatives to take any photos of him. In any case, Sofia is, obviously, a young person living in the Instagram world, thus she secretly snaps a picture of her dad and uploads it on the web. Sofia, or any other person, knows nothing about it, yet this photograph appears to begin a chain response. Someplace in Milan collectively of threatening-looking men investigate the photo. The exceptionally following day, Santo stays back for some time at his wood-cutting plant to take care of the apparatus and on second thought sends his brother-in-law Patrick to get Sofia from training. Patrick does so and brings the young lady back home, where he likewise invests some warm energy with his sister Ingrid. Nevertheless, this scene is immediately flipped around when two outfitted men break into the house and kill Patrick and Ingrid. The aggressors likewise take close photos of Patrick's face and afterward understand that there is a third individual in the house too, young girl, Sofia. While they invest some energy searching for the young lady, Sofia figures out how to remain hidden until the night, when Santo gets back. Coincidentally finding the abhorrent scene at his home, however, Santo invests no energy grieving or attempting to help his dead wife and on second thought removes his girl from the spot. It appears to be the man has understood that the phantoms from his past are back for vengeance. As Santo and Sofia move away from their home to a line of safe houses with an end goal to dodge their assailants, the man at first remains quiet about what is happening and simply continues to teach his little girl around. We are additionally shown scenes from the Lo Bianco family in Milan as they plan assaults on Santo. Don Angelo had gotten himself another right-hand man, a tech master by the name of Rudy Crisara. Prior to opening his own organization, Crisara had worked with the public authority, and his skill is by all accounts facial recognition innovation. He had looked through the web with an old picture of Domenico Franz and been directed to the new Instagram post by Sofia. Yet Don Angelo could undoubtedly comprehend that they had missed their real target. Because of reasons not exactly referenced in the film, Santo had killed the oldest son of Mafia Don Angelo Lo Bianco and had clearly caused an enormous upset in the opponent family, yet, Sofia, all things considered, is her dad's girl, and soon she figures out how to have a tantrum of fury enough for Santo to open dependent upon her. It is now that Santo uncovers that his name isn't actually Santo Romeo but Domenico Franz, and he was once essential for the perilous Sicilian mafia called the 'Ndrangheta. It was truly his family, the Franzes, who were important for the mafia organization, and consequently, Santo never truly had any choice yet to experience childhood in an existence of brutality. As a component of his familial obligations, which were as far as the mafia rules, Santo, or Domenico, experienced worked-up difficulty with their opponent mafia family, the Lo Biancos. From that point forward, Angelo Lo Bianco has been searching for Domenico Franz to get payback for the murder of his child. Yet, at that point, Santo had currently apparently experienced passionate feelings for a lady named Ingrid and had needed to settle down and begin another life with her. Sofia calls her boyfriend, Hakim, to come and take her. Hakim tells her, "What happened? The police are looking for you." He asks if she is all right. Sofia answers, "Don't worry, I'm fine." Then Hakim asks her location for taking Sofia. To determine who is the one who murdered his family members, Santo begins to pursue members of the mafia. He caught one of them, to know the names who killed his wife. Santo tells him, "If you tell me the names, maybe I'll get you to the hospital." He tells the names of Marino and Rudy. As news of the twofold homicide breaks out on TV, the police recognize the missing Santo as the famous mafia thug Domenico Franz, whom they, as well, had been searching for such a long time. With the police, as well as the mafia thugs, all pursuing him and his girl. Since that first assault, the mafia continues to send more men to find and kill Santo and Sofia. Santo sees his daughter's life at risk, wants to find her urgently and follows the track of a motorcycle, while the two manage to escape each time. Sofia's boyfriend, Hakim, is killed by the criminal, Marino. Then Marino wants to grab and take the girl to Don Angelo. He puts the girl in the trunk of the car, closing her hand and mouth. Santo finds them, kills Marino and saves his daughter. Michel is a younger son of Don Angelo. He apparently has conflicts with his dad in view of quarrel also, however isn't sufficiently able to overrule the Don's choices. Santo chooses to go to Milan to look for retribution himself. Since there is no other individual he can entrust Sofia with, he chooses to take the young lady alongside him as well and continuously gives her trainings. It simply seems like Santo had been carrying on with an alternate life for such a long time. However, the ruthless homicide of his friends and family had sent him back to his old horrendous self. Santo asks his daughter to buy the necessary items to stop the bleeding and goes to the bathroom. Sofia hears on TV that the bodies of her mother Ingrid and her brother Patrick have been found by the police. Santo tells his daughter that before leaving for Milan, he needs a new car to lose the track of police and criminals. Santo decides to steal a new car. Don Angelo thanks to Dr. Ferrario for his help in facial recognition of Santo family members and again asks him to find them using surveillance cameras in Milan. The police consider Santo to be armed and very dangerous. As soon as they arrive in Milan, Santo secretly settles down with his daughter in a house for sale. When Sofia changes her father's band-aid, Santo faints from pain. Sofia manages to save her father's life with the money she found from her father's suitcase. Dr. Ferrario comes to the office of Michel and tells him that Don Angelo wants them to keep looking for Santo. He says it is very costly and wants more money. Michel tells him to always keep him informed. Santo tells his daughter that we have to get out of here as soon as possible, because they are following us. Finally, Dr. Ferrario found their location and sends their people to kill them, but it was too late. Santo and Sofia have already left the place. Meanwhile, Rudy Cruzara is trying to find Santo by coming to his newly found GPS location and keeps chasing Santo. Sofia returns to save her father's life once again with the car she has just hijacked. This time a member of the criminal organization sees the girl and asks her to stop. The killer points the gun in his hand at the girl. But Santo comes to the rescue of his daughter. Father and daughter manage to escape once again. In the knife-yielding preparation that he provides for Sofia, he guarantees that the young lady figures out how to utilize the knife, not in that frame of mind to kill her casualty excessively fast, yet rather in a manner that would cause her memorable casualty her face prior to passing on. Continuing on from such terrible nurturing, Santo makes a radiant arrangement for looking for retribution, while his entire circumstance was because of the way that he had killed the senior Lo Bianco child. He presently plans to kidnap the younger son and keep him prisoner. This more youthful child, Michel, had likewise been presented before, and the man is more put resources into his obligations as a financial specialist than those of an individual from the mafia family. Santo shoots the security guard, demanding that he open the door. Sofia puts explosives in the trash bin, drawing attention to herself, allowing her father to move more comfortably in the office. In spite of such measures, however, the ex-mafia partner in crime advances toward the city and, along with the assistance of his little girl, abducts Michel Lo Bianco from his office. He then leaves a directive for Don Angelo, The mafia manager is to admit to the police pretty much the entirety of his wrongdoings over the last 30 years and furthermore to give legitimate proof pretty much the entirety of his associates and organization of assets, or probably Santo will kill his second son too, very much like he had killed his senior kid. Don Angelo sends more men to Santo and Sofia's area, and Santo needs to fend them off alone to safeguard themselves from murder. Santo manages to kill Rudy, known as the right hand of Don Angelo. In the meantime, Sofia and Michelle have been separated from everyone else in the protected house where Santo had kept Lo Bianco prisoner, and Michelle presently attempts to persuade the young lady that the two of them are experiencing the same fate. Very much like Sofia had been constrained into this existence of stowing away and dodging out of nowhere. Michelle says, he also has been compelled to be a piece of his family's ruthless savagery. All of a sudden, she gets a call from Santo, who makes sense of that he has gone on a mission with no return, and we are shown visuals of the equivalent, understanding that Don Angelo Lo Bianco wouldn't stop at anything. Santo heads toward his rich house, which likewise is by all accounts the Mafia Central Command, and clears out all the security without anyone else. He then goes into Angelo's room and chokes him to death. In any case, Santo was exceptionally mindful that such an activity would rapidly draw the police onto him, and this is precisely exact thing occurred. Realizing that his and his girl's lives were too harmed at any rate, Santo causes it to appear as though he is going to take out a weapon, and the police quickly shoot him dead. The specialists then likewise learn about the protected house and rescue Michelle and Sofia from there, and Sofia was put up at a Catholic orphanage. As time passes by, Michelle Lo Bianco visits the shelter and meets with Sofia. He guarantees her that he needs to stop the superfluous blood fight between the groups of Lo Bianco and Franz and requests that she meet him once she leaves the halfway house. A couple of years appear to pass, and Sofia leaves the halfway house when she turns 18. As yet holding recollections of her dad extremely dear to her heart, she heads toward Michelle's office to meet him. Obviously Michelle really needed to kill her, for he currently needed retribution for the demise of his dad and had sent Krasara to search for her at the shelter. Yet, Sofia herself is driven by a similar aim, for she recognizes herself as a Franz, as the individual from the family that her dad had battled for and given his life as well. She now stabs Michelle to his death and guarantees that he recollects who killed him as he chokes in his own blood for 30 seconds. With her retribution mission currently complete, Sofia enters the city and mixes in with the group, very much like her dad had attempted to do. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the film. Your support is my major motivation.